Our day is starting. I'm finishing the packing up. Nacy's finishing up her work stuff, and then she's gonna head back to the hotel, and then we will head out from here. Catch the plane in a little bit. Give you an update on this weird hotel stay. If you want to see the full review of the hotel, check the show notes below. But I just went out finishing laundry, so I had to go pick up our last load in the dryer. And I go outside, and there was like kids running before I went outside. So I expected to see like middle schoolers running around. And I go outside the door. They weren't there. I was like, yes. Got to the elevator. The elevator door starts closing, and then all of a sudden this kid runs and catches the elevator. I'm like, oh yay, I'm gonna have to deal with kids. 4 of them get in there. One has a hockey mask on, a ski mask on. And then he looks at me and he's like, don't ask. And I was like, I wasn't gonna, because I don't care. And we stood there, and then the door starts closing. And all of a sudden, like right before it closes, I mean like this much was probably left, their friend jumps out and goes, "Arr!" And they all like jump in the elevator, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then the door, seemingly what I would think, closes. But the elevator doesn't start moving. So we're just sitting there, we're on the 4th floor, waiting. We go about like 5-10 seconds. And then all of a sudden I start seeing light from the elevator. So I'm guessing the kid on the outside was like trying to pull the elevator door open. After a minute I look at him, I'm like, what is going on here? What is this? And they're like, oh, I don't know. And then they're like, oh, gee, whoever it was, stop messing with the door. And it's still creaking open, then it lets go, and we sit there a little bit longer. And I'm like, he has to let go of whatever he's doing so that we can leave. Now, I don't know what he was doing to hold it there, because he didn't push the button because the door didn't open by itself, but he also didn't trigger anything to open the door. So it was weird why we were sitting there. Finally, he lets it go. We go down to the level, and of course they walk the same way I do to get to the laundry facilities. And the one kid's yelling loudly, I don't know who that other kid was. Sure you don't, kid. You were literally talking to him in the elevator, and you used his name. I don't remember what it was, but you used it. I don't care. And then the kid at the end's like, oh, we need to go back to bed. And I'm just like, what is going on? Just go. I'm the only reason I'm walking this way is because you're walking towards the laundry. Please just go. Please just go. So they get upstairs, and I can still hear them running right now, so they didn't go to bed, in case you're wondering. Then it gets weirder. So then I pick up my laundry. I go out. I didn't see the kids anymore. I was like, okay, good. I don't have to deal with that. Push the elevator button. I wait. It takes a little bit to get there, and I'm like, oh, I hope they're not in there, because I can hear in the elevator shaft like their voices, and I'm like, I hope they're not in the elevator. The elevator door opens. It's this little old lady and this huge German Shepherd. She's standing between me and the German Shepherd, and like boxing the German Shepherd to the back of the elevator. So it's like kind of like protecting me from the German Shepherd, and I'm like, wait, what is going on here? And I'm like, well, I'm going up. Are you going up? And they're like, oh, I'm going up. Okay, so I got in the elevator, scooted as far to the side, and then she like scooted around the German Shepherd and shoot him basically towards the entrance of the door. Now, he didn't growl, he didn't do anything. He actually looked like a sweetheart, so I don't know why she was being so overly cautious. But it's weird because this is a no pets hotel, and if that was a service animal, she wouldn't have to tell him to not bite me. So I'm not sure what's going on there. We got to the 4th floor, then we hop off, and she like gets off first, and she goes towards the other side, which is where the ice machine was. And so I walk past, and our room is right by the elevator, luckily. She literally walks to the end where the door is for the elevator. There's like a little opening space there. She stands there and then watches me go into my room before she walks down the hallway. So it's clearly not a service animal. I don't know why they're here, and it's interesting. This hotel has been a treat, definitely a little less difficult than our first hotel in Sacramento. You can check that out in the show notes too. But I'm gonna finish up the packing. I'll show you that in a sec. And then I'm going to get ready to go to the airport at 3 p.m. Here's what the room currently looks like. I still got my computer stuff to pick up. That's mostly Nacy's. A little bit of my clothes in the corner that's rolled. I just gotta put it in a bag. The laundry that I picked up, which gave me the 2 wonderful stories I just told you all, and my suitcase. I have some stickers to put on and stuff, the suitcase. I'm gonna get that done too once I get everything packed in there. And that's hopefully it. Well, getting ready to leave. One last look at the room. If you want to see the full details, check the show notes below. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Nacy in her new backpack. Let us know in the comments what you think. She likes it.
Yeah, got a lot of shit in there.
All right, let's go. There's Sacramento in the distance. What were you saying, Nacy?
I said, peace out, Sacramento. It's been fun. year,
Well, you did a lot of work here. Well, you did a lot of work while you stayed here. You didn't do work here.
but yeah. I worked everywhere but here.
Yeah. But we're heading to Black Bear Diner, which you've had before in Las Vegas. Check out the full video in the show notes, but to grab some breakfast. Hopefully won't be too busy.
Also, I sound like this because of allergies. Apparently, this is called like the bowl of California. And apparently within the bowl of California, between May and October, it is the worst time of year for allergies. And mine have gone crazy, and Gary is fine. So, yeah.
So yeah, we're getting off it for Black Bear. We made it to Black Bear. We forgot today's actually Mother's Day, y'all. So,
Not because we're heartless human beings. Just want to preface that, okay?
my mother's dead, so I don't worry about Mother's Day if that's a concern to viewers. But there's Black Bear and it's packed. It's absolutely packed, like crazy packed. So we're gonna try to find somewhere else. So we decided to go back to the exit we were on to get some food. But here's the shot of that CHP Academy right there. Man, that is loud. You know, like I can't stress how loud that academy is over there. We've made it to IHOP. We actually got seated right away.
Yeah, because nobody takes their mama to IHOP on Mother's Day.
So we just finished eating at IHOP. I got the pancakes, just original pancakes with some bacon. Nacy got an omelet with ham, cheese, and bacon, and then a side of hash browns. Wasn't bad.
No, it was good. It definitely was clean.
Yeah, it was a clean IHOP. Definitely would recommend if you like IHOPs. Definitely check it out. I also don't have any problems if you take your mother there for Mother's Day. I don't know why Nacy did, but do it. It's a nice restaurant.
I don't have any problems taking my mom to.
The one thing we will say though, from experience, we don't eat at IHOPs very often.
No.
And they used to come with more stuff. Like Nacy's omelet used to come with like hash browns and like a bread. Now it's just the omelet. Same thing with the pancakes. The pancakes are just the pancakes. They used to come with like a side. So it's kind of interesting how they've shrunk some of the stuff that we eat out at.
Yep. And but it was tasty. Honestly, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not bad. No complaints on my end.
Yeah, it was a decent breakfast. Was it as good as Black Bear?
Probably not.
I feel like Black Bear gets better meals all around. Like instead of just having to buy a piecemeal, they have like meals that you eat.
Now I gotta figure out how I get out of this shopping complex.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna go get some gas and then we're heading to the airport. All right, I dropped off the car. It's back over that way. Now we gotta go find the shuttle and then we're heading into the airport. Macy's doing some work. So here's for Terminal A. We are all the way back here. The actual bus is up there.
I've taken many a shuttle to many airports, including LAX. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird that it's a Sunday too. This is an interesting crowd for a Sunday.
I guess good thing we're early.
Yeah. Hey, there goes that bus. We didn't make it on that one. Luckily, Hertz loaded a bunch of people in 4 cars. But hopefully this bus will be ours. But it probably won't. It's probably going to be B.
There's a very big backup for this side.
Yeah. We made it on the bus.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick.
Now let's go to the airport.
Check out these cool baggage things. The baggage claim. They're like baggages stacked to the ceiling.
I've seen them before. I just didn't realize that it was here at the Sacramento Airport.
Yeah, fascinating, right? And it's kind of weird how small the luggage area is. There's only like 2 conveyor belts, and yet it's this packed.
Yeah, this is a little big airport.
Yeah. There goes Nacy getting a pet and a hug from the puppies. She can't miss a puppy opportunity. They're so cute. And they're there with pets and hugs. Bark. Nacy drinking her water. Wanted to just do an update about our Clear experience. So I registered for Clear this morning. Pretty simple, straightforward. The hardest part was we didn't have great internet connection, so it took a while to get the stuff on my phone. But other than that, it was smooth.
Yeah. You scan your fingers, you scan your eyes. I took my picture and scanned my driver's license on the app ahead of time. So if you're not doing it day of, you can do the ID picture and your face picture in the app. But if you don't get to that, they can do that at the little kiosk.
Yeah, it's super easy. Yeah, it was super easy. It really had a problem reading my eyes the first time, but I think the lesson is that it has to go green. You have to look in there and say it goes green. No one told me that, so just a
They
legit
also
tip
made
there.
me take my glasses off when I took my eye picture.
It also said to do that, but then she didn't ask me to do it. Like on the little sticker it said that. She didn't say that. And even when she was doing my full face, I didn't have to take my glasses off. I just did because it said so. She was like, she didn't say anything. So I don't know if you have to or not. It says on the stickers you do. Who knows?
Well, when I scanned my biometrics, I took my glasses off, but when they scanned me today to get in to clear, I had my glasses on and it read my eyes.
Yeah, so who knows?
Yeah.
It's an interesting experience. It didn't really save us too much time here because the line wasn't that long for TSA pre-check. It was pretty long for the regular one when we first got there. It died down a lot, but it wasn't too bad.
I think when we eventually make our way to Orlando, I think having clear and pre-check is going to help.
Yeah.
And then also LAX. I think there's some other airports that I think it's helpful to have both. Like, it's not like when we fly out of Vegas, it's usually not a big deal. But
yeah, I would agree.
we're going to be flying out of Atlanta soon too, so.
Yeah, so it'll definitely be useful. But in some airports, not as useful as others. But if you have the time, why not?
Yeah.
And you have the money.
$100.
It's $100. Again, if you're going to choose one or the other, though, definitely go TSA pre-check. But if you can get both, go for it.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for our flight.
Just a burn.
So funny thing, if you all remember our video where we got stuck at the Atlanta airport with the plane sitting there at the tarp and we didn't leave, at this airport they actually called the person who was missing from the airplane and talked to him, and he said he wasn't actually in the airport yet, but he still had 20 minutes to get here, and they're like, well, the doors are about to close and I don't think you're going to make it. And so if you don't make it by the time they close, you're going to have to stop in at the desk and recheck in. So maybe Delta's watching our videos and sort of update the policies, because we didn't get a phone call when we were on that plane.
Yeah. Hashtag Delta. Sponsor us if you're interested.
Exactly.
We love Delta. We're just, sometimes it gets frustrating. But we love you.
So like I said, gonna wait for our flight and then we'll hop on board. Going on board. And we have a story to tell you when we get there. And that's been a fascinating experience. As is tradition, we got a fit check. And we got good room on this one. Sorry. Macy's got pretty good room too. We are in the first seat, so this is what the wall looks like. Right, there's the review from the stereo. It's pretty cool. Alright, we made it on the plane.
Yep.
We'll tell you our story in a minute when we get in the air, but they got radio playing and all the phone will pick up is the radio.
We don't need copyrights.
We're heading on out. There's only like 2 Delta gates at this airport. It's kind of crazy. That's what it looks like. Pretty bland. Made it up to the air. We got about an hour in flight, and then we'll be in Vegas. All right, so we promised to tell you that weird story that happened while we were waiting for the plane to load. So we were waiting there, and the agent calls up somebody to the counter, and they're like, "Hey, so-and-so, come up to the counter." So he comes up to the counter. He has a boarding ticket. But she's like, "You haven't checked in yet." And he's like, "Okay. Well, here's my boarding ticket." And so she scans the boarding ticket. He apparently hadn't paid yet.
I don't know how one gets a boarding ticket and checks in without paying.
Yeah, so he got past TSA security all the way up to the gate to load to the plane without a ticket.
How weird is that?
I've never seen that before. He didn't make it on the plane.
No.
So they definitely did not let him on the plane. And then he was going to pay, and he had like Apple Pay, and like, "Oh, we can't take Apple Pay. We need you to have the card right now."
Which is strange.
So a lot of strange things happen. I don't know what happened to the guy, but overhearing the conversation, it's really weird. They called him up like they do basically if you need a passport and you're leaving the country. So that's normally what I just assumed it was. And then they started talking about how, well, you haven't checked in. And I'm like, how did he not check in and get past all this security?
Mm-hmm. It was a funky. We saw a lot of funky things happen. The flight before us, they were sending people to Alaskan Airlines, but really they were on Delta.
Yeah.
I mean, it was chaos at the Sacramento Airport.
It's kind of interesting because it's a small airport. It looks like there's only 2 terminals for Delta. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine it's super busy there when it comes to Delta. But there was just a lot of chaos. So that was basically that weird story. And then we headed off to Vegas. So let's get you to Vegas. Here's the snacky snacks. I got a Sweetwater 420. It's pretty good. Lacey got a cranberry vodka. Check out all that snow still down there. Wow. That's crazy. Got our snackies. I got me my pistachios, and I love these Vico bears. They're so good, gummy bears. Macy got her a chocolate bar and a FitJoy tangy Dijon mustard. Another change in scenery. There's Las Vegas for you. We're getting a little bit of turbulence, that's why it's bouncy. There's the mountain ranges in the distance. We're starting to get to Vegas. It's still a little bumpy, but you can see some stuff out there popping up. Look at that in the distance. There's like a whole complex of houses out there. Made it back to Vegas. Look at that private jet. Definitely a bigger airport over here. Made it back to Vegas.
It's so weird. Because like, these are so bad. And we don't have.
Yeah, we don't really have anything here other than some stuff.
Yeah, it's our pod. Somewhere.
Well, you know where it is. We've been to the pot place.
But, and then we have stuff at Tia's house.
Yeah.
On behalf of Delta and our global airline partners.
Chill out the next 2 days.
Yeah, get off the plane, gotta get our luggage, and then we're heading to Circa.
Yeah.
One last look on this trip as we come in for the last time. Well, at least for a while. We made it to Vegas. Heading in the airport. It's always a very Vegas sight when you see all the gambling machines. So I heard on Reddit that he was gone, but he's still there. He's just behind some walls. Looking good. That's Nacy's favorite person. Oh, they're adding like another thing to it. There's like a igloo looking thing and a house thing. Neat. Made it to the tram. Now we're just waiting. The other line is down, so this will be a little bit, but we're here. Did you start your clock? Should already forget. We haven't been on Delta one flight. Well, a few flights, honestly. Alright, she's here. We've made it to Vegas. Now we gotta go find our luggage. So what'd you think about the baggage pickup?
It was really weird. Everything was already here, and there were so little bags. We're the first people off the plane, so yeah, there was like nothing here.
Yeah, there's maybe like 10 bags.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So it's almost already gone. We thought it was actually from the previous plane. It's ours. All right, let's go pay for parking, and then we're heading to Circa.
Here's a question. How much do you think our parking is going to be?
We've made it back to Volti. Look how dusty she is. It's just dust, y'all. Dust. This is the downside to parking at the airport. Your car just gets dusty. Officially made it out of the airport. Now we're heading towards Fremont, or Old Vegas, whatever you want to call it, downtown. And if you guessed, how much was parking again?
390, and the receipts are right there. It's like $396.
The total was $396. That's how much you paid for parking, guys. If you guessed that, you guessed right. So update, we made it to Circa. We got to our room. We were supposed to have a pool and strip view, and I will show you the view in a second. But here's a nice little preview of the room. It's nice. It's definitely nice. There's Nacy on the phone with customer service people. So here is one side.
Anything like that, just because
There's no pool down there.
I've been flying all day.
And here's our other view.
I appreciate that.
As you can tell, this is not the strip.
Downstairs and where should
So we're heading out. We have to go to the garage to get to the way the Lyft and Ubers are. Apparently that's where they store your cars too when you valet. Fascinating. Alright, now we're exploring the underground tunnel to find out where the Uber and Lyft pick us up at. Check this out in the garage. That's kind of neat. It says the time of your life. Fancy. So they have a live singer, so you're gonna hear that. But look at all the artifacts on the top. And I'll show you over there. There's some shrunken heads that we can look at in a little bit. That's pretty cool. Like before, we've actually done a full review of this place, so check that out in the show notes below. And then we also just came here with our friend Joe, too, so check that out in the show notes below. But this is probably our favorite bar. And we'll talk a little bit more about it in a minute, because we're picking some drinks.
Down some sunny street, she always gone for the light day. Girls, 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 rockin' Atlanta, girls, girls.
You like it?
I love it. I have to say, the one thing about this bar is the drinks are always fantastic and amazing.
All right, so tell us about Circa.
All right, guys. So Gary kind of preempted a little bit of what was happening in the moment, but basically we booked a room with a pool view, a corner suite, and when we checked in, they confirmed it that was the room that we got. We're like, cool, great. This sounds like everything's gonna work out. We got up to the room. That was not the room, like at all. It had no view, like whatsoever. So I called them, and I think Gary got that on camera while I was talking to them. So as I was saying, so Gary got it kind of on camera. Me talking to the guy down at the front desk. Well, essentially he confirmed we were in the wrong room, but the room that we had booked was dirty. And he would put a rush on it. He was gonna give us a $50 room credit. We could leave our bags down at the bellhop, and because I told him we had reservations. And he's like, okay, don't worry about it. Leave your bags at the bellhop, and then when you get back, we'll get you in the right room. Great, cool. So we went down to the front desk, and the guy that I ended up talking to this now second time, he tried to gaslight me like the entire time. Tried to tell me that no, that is the room that I booked. And I was like, no, I just talked to somebody. We rehashed the entire thing for what, maybe 10 minutes?
At least.
Back and forth. Finally, he's like, well, I'm gonna call my supervisor. So he calls his supervisor. Supervisor clearly was like, yeah, no, we're gonna give it to her. And then he's like, okay, like I confirmed with my supervisor, we're gonna move your room. It's dirty right now. I'm like, that's fine, I understand. I was just told to come down here and give you guys my luggage. So finally he was like, okay, you can give it to the bellhop. He's like, I see you already have a $50 room credit. I guess maybe trying to say like I'm not gonna placate you anymore, but I wasn't asking for anything. I was just like, can we just figure this out? So anyways, we're here at the Golden Tiki now. We're gonna chill out, we're gonna have some drinks, and then we'll see what happens when we get back to Circa, if we really get the room that we booked, or if we're gonna get screwed like we did when we went to the Strat. So stick around, we'll see what happens.
All right, so we got some crab rangoons, we got some mac salad, we got sticky fingers, which is basically just boneless chicken wings. I got a Mai Tai, which you saw Nacy cling, and then which one did you get again?
I got Hemingway's Revenge.
Hemingway's Revenge, which you saw her drink and she said was amazing. But I wanted to get everything on camera so you can see. The food here is really solid, but if you don't want the food, you can always go over to Mr. Pho afterwards or before and get some great pho and some great Chinese food. But the drinks here, honestly, in our opinion, the best place we've found to get drinks close to the strip. They're affordable, they're definitely strong, and they taste amazing. So our recommendation here. So we're gonna get down to eating some drinks. If we get some more, we'll show them. Otherwise, we'll see you on the outside. So they have some pirate swords back here, and they're from a movie called Pirate Sword. Oh, I'm sorry. They're from a movie called Cutthroat Island. Children, don't look that movie up. And here's another set. Apparently these were used in the production of the movie. Second round of drinks, I got a painkiller. And what did you get, Nacy?
I ordered a banana batida.
Banana batida.
So, and I think Joe ordered the batida last time.
I think so.
I believe I tried it, and it was good.
We'll find out.
So.
Yeah, mine was mostly ice as well. Mai Tai was a lot of ice. But there is the banana batida. Batista? Batida? With a little spoon.
A little umbrella.
Yeah, take a sip.
Alright, let's see. All of the like fruity liquors that went in this just sounded like it was gonna be really tasty, so. Oh yeah. That's delicious. Delicious.
Well, the tiki birds are about to go off. These are the teriyaki lime wings. So this is the serving of wings you get. It looks pretty tasty. They got some ranch. Not too bad. I don't know if we'll get any more food after this because we've kind of exhausted that menu. But we'll let you know what you think about the wings in a sec. So the chicken wings, best things we had so far. Everything's been good, but these were banging. The teriyaki lime chicken with the ranch on them. So good.
I finished this. This is like dessert. The batida, so good. So very good. Also, music.
On the left there is the Kraken, and on the right is a tiki bird. So me and Nacy both got 2 shots. Gonna give them a try and see if they're any good. We've never done shots here before, so this would be fun. Go ahead.
I found a secret porthole. I'm not gonna tell you what's in the porthole, but I will say it involves an adult male anatomy. That warmth. Like tequila, I think is the only one that like really gives you that chest warmth.
So we finished our tiki bird and the Kraken. Which one did you prefer?
I like the Kraken more.
You like the Kraken more?
I like the Kraken more, but the tiki bird was good too, because like the tiki bird's the tequila, and it gives you that warmth. It's just like a different kick.
I agree. I like the Kraken the best. They both were amazing, and they are definitely bigger than just a shot. So for $10, it's a good size.
Yeah, 100%. What did we just order?
I ordered the lime.
Painkiller.
Yeah, and I ordered the lime and the coconut. So we'll come and get you when it gets here.
The fire ones make it all that much more fun.
Yes, they do. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3.
I know. It's the lime and the coconut.
You're welcome.
So this is the lime and the coconut, in case you're wondering. And Nacy just requested a song.
I've been in an ABBA mood lately, and I'm sorry, if you don't like ABBA, I don't know if we can be friends. I don't know, it's just their mood, and I'm in a mood, and I wanted to hear Dancing Queen, and he said he would play it, so.
Just jamming to her Dancing Queen.
I said this.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. She got the rest of the bar going. Excuse me. So what were your thoughts on the Golden Tiki?
I loved the Golden Tiki, honestly. I drank more than I've drank in a long time. One thing, though, I do feel like the drinks were a little bit on the light side when it came to the alcohol. However, we drank so many that it really didn't matter.
Yeah, I love the drinks at the Golden Tiki. They're super tasty. Normally they're pretty good alcohol levels too. Everything was amazing. We did get kicked out at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, which has never happened to us, honestly.
Yeah, which has never happened. Normally they just let us sit there. But we ordered about $170 worth of drinks. Everything was good. I hope you guys enjoyed
We
it.
even did shots.
The shots were fascinating. So they weren't actual like shots that I would think. They were like glasses filled with stuff. And both of them were great. The Kraken was wonderful. And then the Dole Whip one with the tequila. Oh, we love a Blanco tequila. So that was just like perfect. I mean, it was
so good.
It's like a warm kiss on the inside. Or hug, I'm sorry,
Like
warm hug.
Warm hug. But yeah, it was fantastic. And then we headed back to our hotel and just...
And then you'll get to see the wonderful trying to get the right hotel room story. What a mess.
Yeah.
But if you want to see our full review of Circa, definitely check down in the show notes. But then we headed back to Circa. So let's get to Circa. So here is the complex where the Golden Tiki is. Fo Kim Long is right down that way. We have officially made it back to Circa, and here's the view from the walkway over to the hotel. Golden Gate. All right, here is our view on this window. So this is awesome. There's Fremont Street right there, right in front of us. This down here is Fremont Street, and there is the stadium swim. We'll check that out tomorrow. And if you want to see the full video, definitely check in the show notes for our full hotel review and subscribe if it's not down there.
This was the view we were supposed to have.
Yeah, there's the Plaza, or Biff Tannen's hotel. Pretty cool. All right, that concludes our day. Heading back to Vegas and then enjoying some Vegas fun.
Yeah, so we have had going to Golden Tiki on our list to do before we left Las Vegas for a while. So glad that we got to check that off of our need to do list.
We did Frank's Tiki too last time we were here. Definitely the Golden Tiki's better, even after being there multiple times. The Golden Tiki is just more of an experience than Frank's is. The drinks are amazing, and it's not
And the service is always typically good.
Yeah, Frank's is more of a bar. The Golden Tiki is more of an experience. So we went to the Golden Tiki, had that, then we headed back to Circa. Circa was a little bit of a mess, I gotta be honest. I'm glad that you guys got to come along and see that kind of craziness.
Yeah, this happens a lot when we stay at either Fremont Street hotels or the Strip hotels. We don't typically run into this problem outside of Las Vegas.
No.
It seems to be very much a Vegas-centric. You book a certain room, you get to that room, and it's not the room you booked, but then they gaslight you and tell you, like, no, this is the room you booked. And then you have to, like, prove things and show them things and then push a little harder. And finally, with a little bit of luck, they might give you the room you asked for.
My favorite part about the gaslighting was they're like, oh, we don't have strip views. And I literally took a picture, and you'll see it right here, of the thing saying that you get a strip view for the upgrade. This is literally the pad sitting right in front of them, y'all, as they're looking us in the eye being like, we don't have that. Mm-hmm. Okay, but your sign here says you do, and you upsold us to that room because that's the room we reserved. It's just, a legit tip is you got to be prepared. You have to be prepared in Vegas, and you got to know what you get. We've had friends stay there. One of our friends came for our wedding. They got switched to a different room. And basically why they do it, I think, is because, well, you get extra money, right? So we upgraded to a room. Now we paid for that room. They put us in a standard room. And then they also get somebody else to come and pay for that room too. So they're getting double on that room, which is a upgraded charge.
Yep. So just always be aware. Be on the lookout for it and know when to push.
And know when to push. And don't be afraid to push. They will definitely gaslight you and try to intimidate you. But it's your money. It's your stay. And you want to have a good stay in Vegas just like everybody else.
Agreed. So, yeah. And the room ended up being okay. It was a little loud. Make sure you guys check out the Circa video for our full final thoughts. But we had a great time.
So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you guys for the next one.
Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.